first and goal at the 1-yard line.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
They'll
try to run this one in.
Man, you have got to be kidding. They can't keep saying that.
3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
The score there is 56, 49ers 53.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we'll watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Lance. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Lance now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. So wind up incomplete.
You got to be kidding.
They faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield. There has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
30 cycle. Ready.
The Lance going to throw.
The dot open.
That's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Mike Evans.
Ready?
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get into the
zone, baby. In the zone.
And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space in the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The defense is still locked in. Still locked in.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 47 yards rushing now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's
Yes.
dropped right at the 40. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Oh, he bumped.
Inside, but nothing there.
Shoot.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. He'll look to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there.
Ball game, you don't get this.
That to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll try to do it himself.
Oh, come on.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
You have got to be kidding me.
Touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Field goal
He
winning.
will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they got to be
Field goal winning.
He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Lance looking to throw.
Good break up. Good break up. Thank you.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Lance back to throw. That is caught. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A 60-yard attempt.
Straight down the middle.
This kick is not
Oh!
there. It's short and no good. And that'll keep this a one-point game.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to have your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that would prove to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost him the football game.
Well,
Man.
tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game one of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back here with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for Chicago, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.